back again. Now, the whole camera stripped out. There's the end lens. Put the cap on it to keep it safe. So that's that. Here's the end focus lens. That's in good condition. Here's the other internal mechanism. I won't drag this out, but there's the focus motor cable. That's fine. It will separate there. There's no need for me to get this out. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. And here is the shutter mechanism. And the first thing I noticed was some slight distortion, which you might be able to see here in the just get that in to focus. There we are. Is that focusing in properly now? It is. Not sure. And yeah, look, it was doing it just now, wasn't it? Let's get him into focus then. Focus. Right. Okay. So you can see here, look, it doesn't look right. Not at all. So what I'll do, I'll just leave that out of focus for now, and I shall get another one I have somewhere. I do have one somewhere. And if I show you a good one and have a look how nice that looks. There you are. Look at that. So I'm not sure what happened to this one. Let's get him in. Look at the difference. Chalk and cheese, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. So this one. So what I will do while I'm here, so I'll put the good one back there, and I will take this. Oh, better do the focus first. I will open up this one by taking this one screw out, as I've said in a previous video a while ago. Take this one screw out, and I think what I'll do is I'll take a snapshot of this, I think, for prosperity. Let's get my other camera, I think, on phone. I will take a picture of this. Okay, camera. Well, focus. I'll turn that light off, it says, and try and get a good angle on it. It's not focusing right for some reason. I'll tell you what, me and techie stuff, I don't know. That's a bit better. See how that looks? It's not great. Let's do another one. Perhaps we'll do this way. Actually, at that angle, doesn't look too bad. Yep. Okay. Right. So you've seen how it looks. And what I'm going to do is open this one up, and I'll get to that little nodule underneath where I can manipulate the thing itself. So there's two clasps here. Take that one off very carefully. Don't have to be too rough with it. Take, that's that one, and the other clip is here. There we go. And then be mindful of the cable, and this side, Golden Bennett, and then this side you can see how it is actually distorted. Let's bring that up to the camera and focus. Getting the light for you. Yeah, I mean, look, that's completely creased. So this is probably wedged, and these are probably useless now. So there's that little nipple that I can drive. I'll do that now. See if I can do it here, this position. Can't even see now where it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I think it's that side. Now, it's going to be easier down here, under the lamp. And that's opened. It's quite stiff. Well, it was very stiff. And as you can see, it's opened now. And I might show you what I mean. Oh, come on. I need to look again. Where's the pip? He says it's down that way. Oh gosh, this is hardly not in there. Right. Oh, it's closed now. Gosh. I'm all fingers and thumbs here. Nope. Maybe I get something else in there. It's a very tight. Get it in. If I open it halfway, it says there. I can close and then open it. So it is working manually, but when I trust to put this back in, it does feel nice and free now, and I think it's shutting okay. There's a tiny bit of a crease on one of the little paper, but yeah, I mean at the speeds these shutters work. I'm not even sure there's anything stuck in there. I don't think so. It looks to be clear, but not sure. It is a risk. Imagine that, eh? For the debris, could have been from me. Now, you can see the sort of hexagonal shape or outline of one there. If I get this one, well, I know this one's brand new, so I can take that off as such. What to do? So I think I will assemble this one and leave that one out. I think that's and the little cables come off anyway, so that's all right. Doesn't matter. Put that back in. Separate the two. So with that little thing, I think I'll just leave it there and reassemble everything. You want to see that. It's boring, right? Me fiddle about. And I'll get back to you. Thanks very much. And resume. Okay, so the upshot is I stripped out the camera assembly and got the lens mechanism out from the main body, as I've done before so many times, and I stripped down this whole assembly, removed the array, What it did find was quite interesting with the shutter mechanism, as I showed. When I split, this is the old one, it does come fully out, but I took a photograph, as I said, for prosperity, and I'll show you here. This is a good one where the mechanism pip there is fully open, and on this one with the same, it had this retention ring around it, and no matter when I opened and closed it with the tweezers, this one was working fine, this one wasn't, but it stopped there, didn't want to force it, but when I got my tweezers and just gently mouse is doing something funny now. When I got the tweezers and pushed this, it did recede in. So whatever it was it was then opening and closing. And if I go back to the cam, you can see on here that if I can get it in the right way, it is fully opened. It's on focus again, not the brightness, CJ, focus, and get it on there for you. And you can see how it is sort of a bit of a ring there. But if I go back to the photo, you can see this, you don't have any wetness of that at all. So go back. So there's no way I was going to put this one back in here. So I've just rebuilt this, finished it, put the cables back in through, put all the lens assembly back together again, and I have checked that it does come in and out with this on, because I took the gearbox drive gears out, and it's all ready to go back into the body. What I also did do was revert it back to the original CMOS array I'd taken off. So I put the original one back in. No reason why I should put an old one in there, because the new one, or the one that was originally in, was absolutely spanking. And I thought, well, let's put it all back. So I have changed the shutter mechanism, as it was found to be shut and slightly damaged. So I'll just get this back together again, keep it together, and find out where the clips are. There, and sit there. Now let's get the right. I'll just put them back together. And that's the whole shutter. That's no good to man a beast, but if I ever have a problem with the bottom piece, I can use that. And yeah, so one for the pot, and ready to put this back in, and I shall get it all back together again, bolt it all in, snap everything back together again. Of course, I've got the button assemblies go back on as well. So this is, good condition. So I'll put it all back together again, and I will power it up live, and I'll put it all back together again without the screen to see if I get the, but then I'll have to connect up the keyboard, to make sure I can reset the date. And so I'll be back in a tick. Okay, resume again. So here is the camera all reassembled, and I haven't got all the screws in yet, but she's snapped in nicely. And I'll get the battery, put it in, and shut that down, and I'll power it up, see if it powers up. I'll switch that light off so you can see a bit better probably. I'll just say yes. Day, month, year. Yeah. Okay, yes. All right, and oh, I've got, it says no card present, but I've now got a picture. And if I do that, uh, no card present. Okay, I'll have to switch it off again. In my haste, I forgot to put the card in. There it is. There. Put the card in. Power it up again. And we have a picture, a live picture. Let's check the viewfinder. Let's get the and oh, there's no viewfinder. I wonder why that is. Oh dear. But let's go back to the display again. It's not switching. Oh, I've got it on. Let's try that. Is that going to work? The sensor should, when I block the sensor, it should automatically go to the screen. And it's not. Why is it not? Let's take a. I think. Oh, the flash is charging. It's flashing there at the bottom. Right. Is that ready? Flashing's working. Let's see if it took a picture. Yes, it did take the picture. There's my previous one. Previous ones. And again with the. So, let's go to the. Oh, I'm on. For some reason, wasn't zooming there. So if I go to scene, select scene, and menu. If I go to the moon, it's a good test. Make sure the zoom works, and see if she comes out. See if you can hear it. And she's. Oops. And see, it's gone all the way to the moon zoom 83 times. And for power that off, it's still not working. I wonder why that is. I might take a look at that. And that, as they say, is that. Apart from the viewfinder, it might be just the ribbon cable. And yeah, another pretty much successful P9 that was reported as saying not powering up. So one, it was the battery that was probably low, and even if they tried another battery, all they got on the screen was the data but not the picture. And I thought it was the CMOS array to start with. It wasn't, because I tried a different one. And the next thing to go for was the shutter, because the shutter mechanism, as I showed earlier, go back to that picture, I think, this was permanently closed because I think this mechanism probably was a bit dodgy to start with. And here's one that will open and shut nicely compared to one that wasn't. And so this part went in and it allowed the light through. Let's power it up again. So what you had originally was this, and when you took a photo, you just had a black screen. Oh, there's all my screws. Watch out, the screw CJ. That's the panel screws. And basically now, I take the lens cover off, and I have light traveling into the camera, onto the CCD array, and it all been digitized, and voila. So it looked quite simple in the end, but again, it took me about half an hour, 3/4 hour, strip it down, replace the shutter mechanism, make sure it worked, and yeah, put it back in. Well, when I say worked, it mechanically was, the action was a lot nicer than the one that came up, and there we are, a fully functioning P900 camera that was reported as not powering up. And I'll clean it all up after I've got the screws in, get rid of all this nasty sticky paper, clean it all up. And oh yeah, no, I have to get this. Excuse me, I have to get this in. Yes, forgot that. Yeah, that's the tripod mount in my haste. And yeah, thanks awfully for watching. And I do have another P9 coming, which has a crack lens. So I've got that other one that was a bit smooth, bit fizzy. I've got it stewing away in a bit of fluid as we speak, and I'm gonna. It did improve it slightly, so who knows? I'm gonna get some. I might agitate this. Oh, stripping a bit there. So I'll see what happens. And this battery, incidentally, over here, it's still charging away. And actually, while I'm here, I'll see how it's charged at the moment. See what level it's at. Make sure it does charge. Come, power up. No card present. So as you can see, it's pretty nearly charged. So I'll turn him off. Come on. There you are. And plug the lead back in. And it's back to charging again. So there we are. So not a bad few hours work, I must say. So yeah, I'm very delighted with this one. It's the first one I've had with a bad shutter mechanism. I find it hard to think that it was mechanical damage because there's no external damage on this camera. It's not been played about with, and I would have to say, in my opinion, that the shutter mechanism wasn't 100% when it was first built. And I think the first little test probably thought it looked all right, and then it just gave up the ghost. And there's obviously a mechanical problem with the assembly, so there's no point bothering with it, to be honest. And there was slight damage on top of the slight nick there. I never noticed that before, but yeah, no point worrying about it. It's cosmetic, and the whole thing is functioning. Like I say, I'll get the viewfinder working. It was working before, but anyway, thanks again for watching. Any P9s out there you'd like me to look at, please leave me a comment, and please do comment. And if you fancy, as a normal YouTuber would say, please subscribe. Okay, I'll leave it with that. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.